I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are together on places
To the edge.
on the
Of
edge.
intent. On the edge.
What
By
do you
the
got?
edge.
What do you got, Josh?
How much of the shit do you make up when you? No, I'm just kidding. Don't answer that question. So,
And how much is real? It's got to be based on something. I mean, I've got to base everything, and you have to live life in order to have something to share. If you don't live life, there's
there's nothing to share.
what do you share? Hey, today
But there are people that create entire worlds in books and movies.
that has to come from somewhere, though. I mean,
Okay.
the initial. I mean, granted, Joseph Campbell gave George Lucas the ideas. The whole hero's journey for Star Wars, and then George Lucas had to figure out, okay, how do I structure this? Why does he say this? And that based on something in his life, something he read.
So nothing is original, is what you're saying.
No.
Everything comes from somewhere. That's.
What are we talking about?
This wasn't my intended topic. However,
All right.
you want to go a little deeper? Let's go deeper. It sounds like you're saying nothing is original. Everything comes from somewhere.
I don't know how to answer that question. I mean,
So like it's impossible to make something up because it's always based in someone else's stuff or something else.
okay. So where does that something come from? If it doesn't come from what we live, our experiences, where does it come from? Divine intervention? Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Energy. I was thinking about this earlier today. I think we are antennas. There's energy all around. People speaking, laughing, crying. There's radio waves. There's X-rays, and we're just these antennas, and we pick shit up.
Okay, you're right.
Without the tinfoil hat. I'm not talking. This is not conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat stuff. This is
okay. I agree. And this is all the experiences. We absorb the experiences. We are these sponges. That's how I look at it. Okay. So it's based on our lives. Now, and when you say antennas, like you mean more like energy, like maybe possibly beyond this world.
I mean, no. Well, beyond or in the world, but antennas. And what we tune to depends on what we pick up. So we basically decide our own channel, and we start filtering in that kind of stuff, that energy.
I do like that, tuning into what we want to tune into.
Yeah.
Some people tune into the negatives. And
That's right.
I always think to myself, there's a friend of mine that reached out to me on Facebook Messenger. And his view of it was like it was like a negative view. And I just wanted to reach back to him and say, hey, where are you putting your energy? It's
What
the
are you
wolf.
tuning into? That's the question you can ask now. What station are you tuning into? Is it K suck? Or are you tuning into love you too? Or are you tuning into K positive?
Yeah.
KWKR positive.
Plus.
Cincinnati.
Plus. Yeah. I mean, I think people don't know any better. I mean, if we're not tuned in to what we want, tuned in here, we don't know what to tune in there. Yes.
I think people don't even know where the dial is. I think someone else set their dial, and they've never found the dial. They've never been able to tune to a different station.
No, I mean, the people do change. I mean, I have seen people go from
their station changes when they can find the dial. I think most people don't know where their dial is. I think that's what they search for. When people say, I'm searching for my purpose and I'm trying to find, I wish I can get out of this negativity, they're looking for the dial. Because without the dial, you can't change the station.
Okay, so how do you get to that dial?
It's inside. You got to dig.
You got to go here in order to dial in whatever this is.
Yeah. Because you're the antenna, right? So
yeah.
It's here. People look out there for the dial. They buy cars and they go to movies and
I want to please this person. I want to please that. I want to please everybody.
Abusive relationships or whatever the case is, and they try and find the dial elsewhere. I
want to please everybody except I don't want to please myself. I see that a lot. And I, for one, was that person. I was into pleasing everybody. And was I happy?
Well, you're a performer. That's kind of what performers do.
Yeah.
You exist to please people.
I mean, okay. Yeah. Performers. But that's not who I am. mean, that's what I did.
That's what you did.
I did, and I still perform,
you're
and I
still
still make. No, I mean like real performing, like not performing like. Well, I guess are we performing
Are we
right
performing?
now? I don't know. Are we?
How much are we doing is real versus fake? That's what I want. Let's go back to the central question we started with.
Okay.
How much of the shit are you making up that you share? And how much is actually happening in your life? Because that was the original question.
You
don't have to answer. You can
some of it. I have to base it on something. Something has to have happened to me, and then I put it on my little pad, and then I bring it up and go, hey, or you trigger it, and then I can throw it out and go, hey, this is an experience I had. So most of comes from somewhere in my past, not my future. I don't know that.
Are you sure? That'd be cool if you could pull stuff from your future and bring it into the present.
I love that.
I want to borrow the future.
Yeah, why not?
No, that's expectation. You said you don't believe in that.
All right. I like this tune in thing. How do we tune into? We have to look inside to tune.
Gotta find the knob.
Okay.
Gotta find our knob. It's there. The problem is it's been covered up. It's been encrusted with bullshit.
Okay. When did you find your knob? When did you find your tuner? Your tuner.
Sorry. This is. I got my Andrew Dice Clay hat on right now. But when did I find my knob? I think it was like 13. No.
When did you go in and go? Here's the tuner.
I would say 2012.
And
so what, about 10 years
ago? Your cubicle, when you were in your cubicle?
Yeah.
That's when you found it.
Yeah. I got a wake-up call, though. That kind of, it broke the shell around my knob.
Yeah.
So I was able to find my
All right.
You know, like I said, our knobs are encrusted with crap, with bullshit.
Yeah. And that's because whatever, we've been institutionalized. The way we've been brought up.
Our knobs are buried.
Okay. Where did when I found my knob, I went to a seminar, and I think I just
that's right.
Opened my
tell me about that.
I was like, holy smokes. It was a whole new way of just thinking and being, and wait a minute, I have control over me. I have control over what I want to do.
I have a knob.
Yeah. Oh my, here it is.
Did you play with it a lot? Because when you first find anything new, like a knob, you just want to keep playing with it and change the channels.
Let's take it here. Let's take it there.
Yeah. Let me see what does this sound like?
No. Let me just tell you though, I feel I have to be on that knob almost all the time. If I'm not on that knob, I'll go into.
Yeah.
However, I will say this. I have moved away from going into this negative, like my friend I was telling you about, who is kind of like into this negative.
But you don't want to be a novice, because then you don't want to spend. If you spend all your time on your knob, you don't have time to enjoy the signals coming in. At some point you got to let go of the knob.
Yep. All right.
That's all.
Do you allow somebody else to play with your knob?
Every now and then.
We're not even drinking.
I don't even know how we can even have this conversation.
You were the one that brought up the knob. Maybe I did. I brought the knob.
But you were talking about finding my knob, so that's all.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's because we're talking about tuning. We're talking about tuning into what we want in life.
Yes.
Now, if you let's say you tune into the negatives, okay? Is that what you receive back? If you're tuning into negative, you're the antenna. You can bring it back. All right. I had a friend of mine, somebody said, don't go to the dark side. It wasn't a Star Wars reference.
Sounds like a Star Wars.
It was like you're tuning in and you're trying to connect to the darkness because you open up, it's very Ghostbuster-ish. You open that up and you get showered with the ugly dark.
With the goo?
Yeah.
The slime?
You get slime.
From Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
You get slimed.
So, I mean, that is what, I mean, so it all comes back to what wolf you're feeding. And if you feed the good wolf, the good witch, or the bad witch.
There you go. The good knob or the bad.
The Wizard of Oz reference. I like this. I like this whole idea of
Knobism?
No, I like this whole
This could be,
knobism.
this could be religion.
This
This could be a whole cult.
What is your knob?
Where's your knob? Let's play.
Knobism.
Everyone take their knob out.
I like tuning though. I do like the
Yes.
whole concept of tuning.
Yes, we are antennas. We receive and transmit. We are both receive and transmit.
Can we do that at the same time?
Yes. Yeah. We're it's called. There's a name in electronics. It's called full duplex, when you can transmit and receive at the same time.
Oh, wow.
That's what a duplexer does.
Really? And now, what do they
electronics.
use it in? I mean, what do they? I mean,
Radio transmission. So if you have walkie-talkie, and you
Oh,
want to be
I
able to
see.
transmit
I see.
or any kind of radio.
That doesn't happen at the same time, though,
Yeah.
does it? Really?
Yeah, you can actually transmit and receive at the same time.
Huh. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going.
Viral.
Boom.
No, to the edge of insanity.